Well, hello. I must speak softly, for it is very late Christmas Eve. Actually, it's 12:22 a.m. Christmas morning when I'm filming this. I'm not sure how long it will take for this to get out, but we went to Nationals in July. That was only just a little bit ago. Just a little bit. As per usual, I got plenty of sleep the night beforehand, and I was able to sleep in, you know, what you'd expect. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to have breakfast with you again. Oh, hey, look, now I can... Oh, yeah, it's so bright. Now I can see myself, so I can record video and drive at the same time. At least I'm not playing Pokemon Go. I hit a garbage can. Nobody needs to know. Woohoo! Because I work second shift, I was not able to get to sleep last night until I got to bed at like 12:30. I didn't get to sleep till like 1 o'clock, 1:30. I had to wake up at 5. So existence is pain right now. So I'm on my way to Tim Hortons to get their largest glass of wake the fuck up, coffee, because that'll make me feel a bit better about my life. Oh, and I'm probably gonna get donuts, you know. Oh, hi, donuts. And then eventually I did get donuts, and I went to Bubbles' house.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hi.
How's it going?
I'm leaving now.
Okay. Then we stopped and got Brandon. We stole Brandon. Say hi.
Hi, camera. How are you?
That didn't follow instructions. But it's good.
He's asleep. Don't wake the Brandon. Okay, sleep well. Sweet dreams.
How are you? This is a good sledding hill, we've determined. Though you probably wouldn't survive it. George of the Jungle, your way into a tree. Which, if you think about it, George of the Jungle is just really an off-brand Tarzan, isn't he? Anyway, we're where it's not flat anymore, so we're getting closer. And it's like this time o'clock. So that's nice. We want to stop at a rest stop, but we can't because like they keep not warning us by putting enough signs beforehand. How's it going?
Oh, good. Bored, really. Thinking about... Actually, no. I remember traveling here for Energy States last summer, and I was thinking about the same sledding hill.
You're thinking about the same sledding hill?
Yeah, because I remember driving here, like this exact route over here back before they moved the old Medina location.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Eventually we did find a rest stop where Brandon picked up some of his basic white girl Starbucks coffee.
On the underside of all this fat, I'm just a privileged white girl.
Right. Anyway, so we're going to get gas.
White girl.
Right, so we're going to get gassed. And then we got there. Woo, we made it! We're in a parking garage! It's a train! Going down! When did it get to the ride?
I don't know. That's where on the stairs.
Oh, wait.
After waiting in line for a bit, we did end up getting into the event even though it was day 0. And we pre-registered, and the place was pretty packed full. It was pretty busy. There were, of course, some sights to see. There were some various pillars with things on them that looked okay, I guess. There was a video game, more pillars.
Man, dog, what's going on up there?
And in case you didn't believe me that there were a lot of people at the event, well, here you go. Here's a wide shot. There you go. We did actually, we went outside, and there was this large group of people, individuals, who we thought we were just gonna let them pass on the escalator. They were some small group, but they ended up being quite large, and they went outside, and turns out they were protesters. I think they were protesting Ho-Oh and Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka. Pretty sure that's what that was about. Like 99%. 98%. 0.5. But then after seeing some sights...
Oh, it changes colors too.
We went to the hotel room.
Alright, that's good. We got to the room. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice room, but it doesn't have a fridge.
Yeah, what's the deal? I need my apples to be cool.
Yeah.
Like a cucumber. Or an apple. Or a cucumber.
There was some Parmenti Brothers place that Brandon recommended that we go to that was apparently on some Food Network or whatever. It was pretty good.
Hi. 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 Hi.
We explored some Pittsburg culture. And then we headed home. Now the next day we got to the event, and I'll let a previous, more boring recording of myself explain how our day one went.
Anyway, the event went kind of rough. Of course, Bubbles didn't have his invite for Nats because he didn't do very well at the LCQ, or at least he did well enough until the very end, and then he didn't win it. So he was just kind of hanging out for a little bit before he felt tired enough to just go and sleep in the car. Brandon and I played, but Tour Dismay did not do very well and both dropped after round 4. Brandon, like Bubbles, played Performapal Pendulum, and I played Fire King Cosmo. I won my round 1, which was against Demise Cosmo, but proceeded to lose against pretty much everything else. I had a pretty close game against Magispectors, but they kind of out-advantaged me or outgrinded me, whatever have you describe it as. And I then went on to lose to the mirror match because I misplayed due to being extremely tired, because the event didn't start until about 2 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours after it was supposed to start, due to the gigundous amount of people that were there. And I hadn't shuffled very well from the round before, so I drew pretty badly. Anyway, I then went on to face Performapal Pendulum round 4. The guy wasn't very good, but Kieran Dinosaur locked me and I didn't draw an out to it, and he beat me again game 2. Brandon played Monarch all 4 games that he played at Nationals. 2 of them were Domain, 2 of them were EDM. I can't remember what he won against, but he played Domain Monarch his last round and lost, I'm fairly certain, or his last round being the 4th round, and lost. And after that he didn't really feel like playing anymore because he had built a side deck for more than Monarchs. Not to mention Monarchs just have an inherently easy matchup against Pendulum anyway, especially Domain Monarchs.
Ugh, that guy was boring. Anyway, next day Brandon was filling out his deck list for the Giant card, which he didn't end up making it into.
We're gonna get another one of these.
Which was something I said foolishly, because that's not something that actually happened. Brandon did end up entering a regional fight though, and won.
Brandon won a regional fight.
Which is the important part.
Thus securing his invite for next year's Nationals, even though he would go on to win do well at a regionals later. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, after all that excitement, we headed home because we had already checked out of the hotel, and
we did end up stopping at a couple rest stops on our way back. And of course we checked our phones and found out that, well, we were misled at first to believe that Burning Abyss won nationals, but it was actually not PKBA, but Domain Monarchs.
So Brandon, tell us about your experience at Nats.
There was a lot of Monarch.
Yeah.
A lot of Monarch.
How much Monarch was there?
Out of my 10 matches that I played throughout the entire weekend, I played 6 of them.
Yeah. And by now everyone should know that Domain Monarch took it. Any words on that?
Annoying. Pantheism should not be a card. Domain should not be a card. Unicorn is a lot better. Yeah. Put Brio back to 2. Bring Shurd back. Play Necros. Let it come back! You can feel it on Trish.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Anyway, that was our trip to nationals. So far, Brandon, Bubbles, and I all have our invite to go to next year's nationals, and hopefully we do better there than we did at this one. Of course, Monarchs won't be there, but Zodiac will be, and that'll be interesting, or at least I think it'll be there. I mean, who's to say even then? Maybe Burning Abyss will just win it again because they're not at hit. I'm not gonna get started because I won't stop. So I'm gonna let you go. Bye. Oh no, adjusted. No, the camera's too good. It's too good. No. Bye.